480. Y'all, we're back. 6 days in a row. We have reached the halfway point. This is game 6. If you have been watching this series, I guess that's what it's called, you would know that it's kind of weird that the real purpose of this was to honestly talk about the O-line. And I am talking about the O-line. I put up a good old handy timer to show you how much time the O-line gave the quarterbacks, particularly the majority of the time Brock. So that was the purpose. But as I am watching it with you guys and really looking at little things, it's just little things, the kind of the fine details. The more and more I'm looking at, and I'm morphing into what we are not seeing from the quarterback position as far as what he should have seen. Now, the last 2 games gave me the ability, or they were, I'm gonna say, high echelon games, because we had that game cast. I don't know what it's called. It's not called Skycast, that was able to be shown from the back of the line of scrimmage, so you could see what the quarterback was seeing from a higher angle, but from his viewing point, and you could see things as he should see it. From a lower vantage point, it's definitely more people in his face, but you could see plays develop. You could see guys that are not. Last week, if you watched last week, episode 5, Ole Miss game, you should have seen 3 to 4 times there were guys wide open that no one was on them that should have gotten the ball. And this is what even I didn't give him credit for. For that Ole Miss game, when you look at it again and think about it, Bush Hamdan had that secondary confused with its motions and shifts. They didn't know who was covering who sometimes. And with that said, you got to give him credit for that, because he game planned and knew they play man, and certain things can confuse a team that plays a lot of man. And one thing that confuses a team that plays a lot of man, if their guys don't travel with receivers as he motion, it's motions and shifts, because now they have to talk. And you look at that game, there were many instances where guys were uncovered, no one on them. The game plan, the first 5 games were good enough offensively to win games if we get the ball to the right person. And I'm going to say this, y'all. This game is probably the most frustrating on both sides of the ball. There were plays in this game that shouldn't have happened that allowed Vandy to win. We gave up a touchdown at the half that bit us in the ass, which shouldn't have never happened. Dane fumbles the ball, which shouldn't have happened. Those two plays alone, 10-point swing. Minimum 10-point swing. Could be a 14-point swing. If Dane doesn't fumble, we kick a field goal, that's 3. Don't give up a touchdown. If the offense converts, which you'll see, if they convert on 3rd down, guy was open. On both downs, actually, if we convert, they don't get the ball where they got it, and they don't score. That's 10 points right there. If we score a touchdown on the one that Dane fumbled, that's 14 points. And there was other things that happened in this game that when you see the entirety of the season, this to me was the breaking point. Because after this game, shit went downhill. If if this team did what they did in the prior seasons, they are right now 5-1. After this game, they will be 5-1, 4-2 at worst. We end up 3-3. Those are the little things that we overlook in a season. And this is the crazy part about it. We had two games at home, this game and the Georgia game. If you win those two games, the perception of the season is totally different because we didn't win a game at home. If you win these two games, the fans look at this season a little differently too. And it's not like these two games where you didn't have a chance to win. We had the ball with a chance to tie. So, and we gave up a touchdown at halftime, which is demoralizing. All right. First passing play. I don't have a script, y'all. I should, but I don't do that. That's just too much. Let's see what happens. All right. Now, for this defensive end, for this guy here to not bite on this is pretty damn impressive. First play of the game, he's like, nah, y'all gave it away somehow, and he doesn't bite on the inside zone. That's wild. So now they do a good job. That's a win because their player was disciplined. That's when you run that play, you expect him to squeeze. You expect that defensive end. You expect this guy to squeeze. So all those times you've watched me in the past where I say do your job. So Big 90 whatever, this guy right here knows that he's got to allow his teammates to handle that. That's not his job. His job is contain. Now, what he would do in this case is squeeze, which he does. When he sees that ball come out, now he has contain. Dude, that right there is, you can't play that better as a defensive end. You can't. That's teaching tape. And that's not on the offense. That's not on the quarterback. That's not on Bush Hamdan. That defense won that play because their players did exactly what they were supposed to do. That defensive end wasn't an overly aggressive thing. We got to stop the run. We got to stop the run. He said, my job is contain and quarterback. If they run in the A gap, I gotta let my linebackers and my 1 and 3 technique take care of that. That's their gap. My responsibility is contain. I'm gonna squeeze. That's awesome. You can't play it better. So now this is weird. Gavin is in the game and we're gonna pass the ball. Okay. It's not bad. All right, y'all. He had enough time. That's not the case. But damn, I'm gonna say this: if this is Mincy, he didn't play well. If that's still Mincy, he didn't play well. These last 3 games, he sucked. He could not drop an anchor and stop that guy from bull rushing. We had the time though. Good ball. I gotta ask Corey. I'm gonna ask Corey. I wonder what was our pass percentage on balls over 20 yards. Good pick. This y'all is the shit that right now really pissed me off as a guy who played quarterback, and I think I could be a pretty good quarterback coach. Is everybody's doing their job. This is anchored down pretty well. Demi realizes he sees the blitz. He comes and does his job. The quarterback's job is to fucking climb the pocket. Like that to me, that right there is great. This is awesome. He has more than enough time to throw the ball. See what happens. Dude, that is, you can't run that any better. O-line did that job. Demi did his job. Brock stepped up in the pocket, threw a laser to an open receiver. Why couldn't we do that consistently? I don't understand why it's not going exactly to zero. This is pretty good. Stop bagging up. Stop. See, look, y'all. This is the weird part about it. And I said this in the past. See how if he would have got to here and climbed, know what he could have seen? He could have seen this seam and took off if he needed to. I don't know what the result of the play is. But see how he's going backwards? That's not where you want to go. See now, big 95 or 96, if he stays in the pocket, he's blocked. That's your path. He's blocked. When you go out the back end of the pocket, now 96 isn't blocked. We did a bad job of manipulating the pocket big time. Quick hitter. Good job. Catch the ball the first time. Why? See, this is why this is antsy. I don't know. See, this is the bad part about not getting the vantage point from here, is I can't see what's going on down the field. Why is he going this way? It makes no sense to me. If he wants to escape, why not escape that way? It's right in front of you. Like I am confused. Now, not only is he going, if he stepped up and went this way, he's gaining yards. Now he's about to lose yards and allow these guys to be able to track him down. Now, I don't know the result of the play, but he's at 3 seconds now. He's going out the back. He could have stayed here and still made that pass. See, the thing about it is, you know how in life sometimes you know you're doing the wrong thing, but you're still able to get by and something good happens. But when you do it again, something good doesn't happen. When you don't have consistency in your technique and your approach, a good plan, when you do it consistently, it's going to end up being not good consistently because it's not the right way to do it. His inability to climb the pocket, step up in the pocket, is a downfall. When you go out the back of the pocket and you don't have incredible athletes, and you are not an incredible athlete, it's it's gonna end more than not in not positive outcome. Maybe he was able to escape out the back of the pocket at the end of games because he was playing against not the starters. Again, y'all, this game right here, clean pocket again. That's a good. This is the thing, man. I'm just. The O line is doing a decent job right now. And when he's able to throw to the guy he's locked on and the guy's open, he was a damn good quarterback. The problem is if the guy he was locked on pre-snap wasn't open, is when he short circuit. He's throwing this ball, I think this is Dane Key, from the jump. That's why he's so decisive off of the play action fake. He's like, I'm. So I'm really starting to really wonder, really honestly. So a lot of people put the max protection on the performance of the O line. And I think that's definitely part of the reason. I think the other part of the reason is why put out four guys when my quarterback can't get to number two. So if he can only get to number two, let's run a 2-man route to make his read easier, and hopefully the offense can be more efficient. I'm not going to confirm it because it doesn't make sense totally. But if you look at this game, you look at the first 6 games, counting this one, the O line isn't as bad as y'all think. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not. When I say that, it doesn't. I'm not saying they were a top 30 offensive line. No, I'm not saying that. But if you watch football other than Kentucky, you will see there's some poor offensive line play on some pretty damn good teams. But they were able to combat it. Our O line was not a 4-8 O line. I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna stand on that. Were they a 10-win O line? Probably not, but they were definitely not a 4-8 O line. Right here, when he's locked in and decisive, the problem is to do that, to really do that well, your offensive coordinator's got to be perfect, and their defensive coordinator got to suck. Because that means we got to scheme that one guy that you eyeing down, we got to scheme him open, and he's got to find a way to get open. He can't lose a battle on the pass route. That's asking a lot. There's time, y'all. No one at his feet. Quick and decisive. Let's see what happens. Boy, this game is frustrating, y'all. This game is so frustrating. It went like this is a game we really should have won. This is a game that we have won in the past. I guess eventually it's going to catch up with you. Y'all, I want to show you something. And this is hard because he's rolling to his left. All right, I just want to show you something. And I know the ball is thrown. But regardless if the ball is thrown, who is guarding this guy? I want you to think about this. Who is guarding this? Who is guarding him? Now I want you to think about this. Now I'm doing this in a moment. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 guys, right? It's 5 guys there, and I think there's a 6. I'm sure that's 6. So that's 6 guys right there, right? 6 guys right here. That's how many guys in the front. It's at least 4, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 plus 5 equals 11. Again, I know the ball is thrown, right? But that's 11 guys, right? That's 5, and this is 6. Who is behind him? Can't be anybody else. And I don't care what you say. This guy is running this way. He's beyond him. I know the ball's in there. He was at least even with him, and he's like 10 yards inside of him. This guy is butt naked open. Think about it. Think it through with me. The tough part is he's rolling to his left. He's rolling to his left. But man, if he takes another couple steps and just throw the ball in the air up, and the good thing about it, your motion, his momentum is taking him this way, that ball is going to drift this way, away from that safety. Am I wrong or am I wrong? I want y'all to think about it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six, 7, 8, 9. Ten, 11. I think Farrier's 13. He's butt naked open, y'all. He is so open. It looks like they're running. I don't know what that is. I really can't tell what the cover, because the corner sits like it's cover 2, but the safety is rolling. This safety is rolling like it's quarters. Or it could be 2 read, but he seems shallow. If number 2 goes vertical, the corner has number 1 vertical and 2 read. So I don't know. But I want you to think about it. That's the safety. That's the corner with Farrier. He goes by the corner. This is the corner. He's almost 10 yards beyond them. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Line gave him time. Bush moved the pocket. Now this, y'all, to me, is a failure in scheme. There's no way ABS should be responsible to block a defensive lineman. So that's failure on the, I'm going to say, that's failure on the offensive staff. And I'm really interested to know if that's a screw up by the tight end, and ABS really should be blocking the end guy on the line of scrimmage. I wouldn't be shocked if the tight end made that mistake. Because there's no way he's running this fast in motion that he has to block this guy. No way. It makes no sense to me. So, see what I mean by when a quarterback is able to help the screw ups up front? But I want you to understand that's not a screw up by the O line. That wasn't an O lineman. Think about it. See, people see that in the game and think, oh, the O line screwed up. That wasn't O line. The O line blocked their guys. That was the accessory pieces. Good job by Brock of extending that play and staying calm and making some out of nothing. Oh my God. 3rd and 11. They gave this man over 3 seconds, and they did a good job of helping each other out. I want y'all to see. I don't know if this is an intentional pick, a little twist game by Vandy. I'm not sure because it looks sloppy. But Mincey pushed the guy down. And I don't know, 52 is Farmer, I think, right? He comes out and he backtracks and tries to pick up that twist. That's pretty damn good. That's damn good all the way around. That's an elite play by everyone. Quarterback, the O line, pretty damn good, y'all. Haven't seen much leakage by the O line yet. I wish they see now. I'm gonna talk crazy because I was gonna say I wish they did this more, but it looks like they did quite a bit of it. Of some quick hitters. Play one, y'all. We are on at worst the 25-yard line. And 3rd and short. Look at the score, 7-7. Look at the time. This was a backbreaker. Backbreaker. Offense was moving pretty well. Now I want y'all. This is the next series. That's the backbreaker. So now it should be at least 10-7. 2 minutes left. Defense got to stop after the fumble. Not only the defense get a stop after the fumble, we get the ball on the 20-some yard line. So we're in decent field position after the fumble. All right? Watch how this fucking plays out, y'all. What the fuck? All right. I want y'all to understand this. This is a penalty because lineman downfield. Demi is blocking. What is it? Is it supposed to be a screen? Who's the screen to? Because my wide receiver up top is running a route. What the hell is this? That is shit. Dude, it's 2 minutes. We have a chance to go 2-minute drill and put 3 points on the board. And the first fucking play we run is a clusterfuck. It makes no sense. What are we doing? What's the play? And you can't blame this on the coach because the quarterback thinks it's a screen because he's throwing the ball now. The O-line and the running back thinks it's a screen. The wide receiver thinks it's a route. The tight end down the field thinks it's a route. So what is it? That's, for me as a former quarterback, that's me as a quarterback in the huddle doing something wrong. So we lost the fucking down by no. What was that play? All right. So now we're getting 2nd and 10. So we lost the down. That's unacceptable. Why we We get nothing. And it's not on the O-line, y'all. Look at the protection. Look at the protection. Now, I don't know whom he's looking at. I don't know why he doesn't throw it there. The linebackers are getting linebacker depth. It's 2nd and 10. And I know they're getting depth because I see their drop right now. This is wide open. Take the down 4 to 5 yards. Take the 4 to 5 yards. It's 2-minute drill. Take the fucking yards. And you have timeouts. All right? So now we're in 3rd and 10. Now on the O-line. More than enough time. More than enough time. Climb the pocket. What the hell? Y'all, there's no one in the picture. There's no one in the picture. Here's the thing about when you have time. The route concept drove all the linebackers deep because it's 3rd and 10. If he completes this ball, a guy right in front of him, bad ball. If he completes that ball to a running back, I have a high level of confidence that he gets to here. He's got one guy. They're going to meet somewhere in here. All he's got to do is make a move. First down. Now, what happens is our defense shits down their leg a minute and 30-some seconds. They scored a touchdown at the end of the half. So now it went from 7-7 to 14-7. First drive from Vandy, they kick a field goal, 17-7. Game's over. The score at the end of the half should have been, at worst, 10-7 us. It ended up 14-7 Vandy. And they got the ball first, and they kicked the field goal. Barry Brown's, it's got to be one of the worst screen runners in the history of football. Catch the ball. I think this is Jagger missed the block. Get your ass up the field. When you stop, it gives him a chance. Not to say he was the reason for that failure. Damn, get up the field. Now I want y'all to see this. 3rd quarter, 6:29. The next passing play we had was 4th quarter, 8:21. It's 20-7. Got time, step up in the pocket. Now, damn O-lineman got in the way. So I'm going to blame that on the O-lineman because he got to get his ass. What the fuck was he doing? But that wasn't totally on them. Oh, how can you not handle this twist? I think Cox is expecting whomever that is to handle this. You got to block the closest threat. So this is a failure by the O-line. This is bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's really bad. Because here's the thing, y'all. If you really think about it, you got 3 on 3. All you got to do is handle the twist. And I don't know what, 72, 73. Pee down his leg. Pee down his leg. That's on him. Fuck. I don't know what would have happened, but being in third and long is not something we are good at. And really, there are not many teams who are going to be good at third and 20, to be honest with you. Quick hitter, catch the ball. Not an O line issue yet. How many O line issues have we had? 2 to 3? Not bad, man. That last one was horrible, though. I'm not gonna lie. That last one, and that's the problem I have, right? As I've said in the past, in the first 5 episodes, losing a one-on-one battle is bad, but it happens. That wasn't a one-on-one battle. The play before this, that was a system failure, and that are those are the ones that bad. That's the worst. And the problem is when you get on the field of play, either you are not coached through that scenario well, or you fucking choke. It's either one. You gotta find a way to identify and be patient in your drop as an O lineman and pick up the damn twist. Be patient. 73 on that play before, fucking nose was over his skis. He was leaning forward. He had no way to pick up that twist because he was leaning forward. That's bad technique. And I'm sure Wolf is not teaching that technique. I'm 100% sure any O-line coach not teaching that technique. So if you're not teaching that technique, the guy on Saturdays when you're playing with real bullets, that bullet is not getting in the chamber, and he's misfiring. It's a bad thing. Ugh. Let me see if I can. Nah, I'm not gonna do it that way. Let's just keep it there. It's not bad. He's got time, y'all. I don't know what is happening down the field, but he's got time. Like the amount of deadly pressure he got is limited in this game. the amount of like, oh my God, that looks bad, is limited. See how in this situation, when his first option is not there, how he short circuit. Look, if he climbs the pocket, maybe go this way. Watch what it seems like what he's going to do. I'm not sure what he's going to do. So he goes the back end. So this is what, in my opinion, what would happen. And he's got more than enough time, y'all. All right. If he goes instead of out, Mincey's not good, y'all. If he goes up and out, right now he puts stress on a linebacker. One of these linebackers got to come out of coverage. If he goes up in the pocket, it puts more stress on a linebacker to put him in conflict. Do I pull him up or do I stay in coverage? When you go out, now you give him time to run through a zone to you. That's not on the O-line, y'all. Even though Mincey fucking didn't do a great job. Good blitz, man. I'm gonna keep saying this. One thing I know about Bullware is he fucking taught how to pick up blitzes. But the running backs consistently are stalemating linebackers. Ooh, that's a great ball. Now I'm gonna just say this, and I'm being nitpicky right now. I'm gonna say this. Now, this is his guy, obviously. All right. He's gonna throw it in a 4-ring circus. Right? Look at this guy here. Why did he throw it there? All he has is a safety over the top. This guy's inside of him. All these guys, if he throws it here, all he has is a safety over the top. Great ball. Now that puts us in the game. Now just imagine if they didn't score before half. We're not even talking about anything else. Let's say they don't score before half. It's 13-all. Boy, Mincy would have had a problem. Jesus, Christmas. Mincy could not handle speed off the edge. Good job of climbing the pocket. Let's go. Good job. I'm going to show this again because this is not a system failure. Because if it's a system failure, we would have had issues after one guy didn't completely win, which, look, this is not pretty. He pushes him outside, though. If the quarterback steps up, there's nothing there. And everybody else does their job. There is no threat from here. This was your threat. He pushed him outside the pocket. Now we got a chance. That's good. I mean, it's not perfect, but that's pretty good. That's not the O-line. See how when you step up in the pocket, it creates more stress for the linebacker because now they got to make a decision. Do they come up and pull you up? Do they stay in coverage? Good ball. Now, from this point on, I think it's a clusterfuck. Two minutes on the clock. You have the ball. I don't like the position we're in because it should have been different, but at least we got a chance to tie the game or potentially go for 2. See, when you go out the back end of the pocket. All right, I want y'all to picture this. If he steps up, he can go here, right? That's a quarterback's ability to manipulate the pocket. When you go out, it's not going out the back end. It's not where you want to go. That doesn't put stress on the defense. And we got a flag, so we got a hole. And I bet you the hole was when he escaped the pocket and the O-line, like they had their hands in, but when he escaped outside, the guy pulled away and you get a flag. Okay, that's a one-on-one failure. My man just bull rushed Burton. And now, see, if he was climbing the pocket instead of there, his launch point would have been more here. And that would have been pushed behind him and he could have been more comfortable in the pocket. Because there's nothing else that's a threat if he's here. There's no other threat. But since he didn't climb the pocket from jump, now we're in trouble. Second and 22. Now this is a no-win situation. You can't play like that backyard football shit, especially if you don't have great receivers, ain't gonna work. Get your another penalty. Yeesh. I'm not gonna even just get rid of the damn clock. 3rd and 32. Watch this. This motherfucker runs out of fucking bounds. Now, don't get me wrong. This right here doesn't mean that he would have got the first down. But the last play, he reversed field, trying to make something out of nothing. Why on this one do we decide to just run out of bounds? Makes no fucking sense. Frustrating, y'all. Frustrating. Now, here's the point, though. Here's the whole reason for this series of episodes. That wasn't on the O-line. It wasn't. It wasn't on the O-line. He had time in the pocket. The O-line ain't the reason why he retired. He had time in the pocket. He had time to throw the ball. He didn't get hit that often. Shit. If you're a quarterback and you pass the ball, you're gonna get hit shit at least once, 2, 3 times. He didn't get hit. He got sacked more than even getting hit after the ball was thrown. Like a lot of times you throw the ball and you still get hit. He didn't get hit that often. These last 3 games are the most frustrating games I think I have seen in a long time. You won one of them. You should have won all 3. You won one. You should have won all 3. Should have won the Georgia game. Again, get the ball out to ABS, and we're in field goal range. And all this shit about going for it on 4th down would be for naught. Because we would have scored. You win the Ole Miss game. You come to this game, and you have a bad fumble and a touchdown after you had a chance to extend the drive. Defense gave up 20 points, y'all. That's it. 20. And if you look at the game, it shouldn't have been 20, but they gave up 20. You can live with, damn, what do you expect defense to give up 13 points a game? Shit. You're asking a lot. 20 points. You're not asking a lot for your offense to put up 17 to 24 points. You put up 13. That puts a lot of stress on your defense to be perfect. That touchdown before half was a backbreaker. That touchdown before half, go watch the game over. That touchdown before half is, to me, the difference of the game. Back to back. The fumble by Dane, then giving up. After the fumble, defense comes out, gets a stop, gets the ball back to the offense with 2 minutes on the clock, and we get nothing, and then they score? Not a field goal, a touchdown. All right, y'all. Game 7 tomorrow.